started out with a bang. We saw the stars shine brightly, as well as some major upsets. We'll catch you up on this afternoon's action, as well as preview the big names playing under the lights tonight. Thanks so much for joining us as episode 2 of The Changeover begins right now.
Hello friends and welcome to the Changeover show. We have an amazing group of panelists as always. Firstly, let's say hello to Michelle Yu, who is on her best behavior today because her husband Rafa is sat watching. Isn't that right, Michelle?
Yeah, he is here. So, James, I'm going to be nice.
Okay, that makes a refreshing change. Gigi Fernandez, welcome to the show. We can't wait to get chatting to you. 17 Grand Slams. 5 of which came at the US Open most recently in 1996. Another legend on the Changeover show. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
And Monica McNutt, a college basketball player, an ESPN commentator. Is there anything you can't do?
I cannot win a Grand Slam or play tennis very well, although it was my first sport.
Well, listen, Gigi's apparently open for some tennis coaching, so I don't know if you guys want to hook up after the show. Maybe you can work something out there. Before we begin today's show, let's catch up on what you may have already missed today.
It's a great tournament. It's a special tournament for me, and I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna go for it.
Oh, it's beautiful. Swiatek.
She's too good. Twirl, a Serena twirl.
What a closing volley that was.
It's Muguruza. Look at what it means to her.
Jessica Pegula in a hurry.
When you talk about a slick trick with his stick.
Rublev, one of the best returners in the game.
And another one from Sloane Stevens.
Oh, that's it. John Isner.
From the first set tiebreak on, Petra Kvitova dominates.
Stop it! What have we just seen?
Carlos Alcaraz in typical Carlos Alcaraz fashion with a tweener beneath the leg, saving break point. Michelle, he is up and running here at the US Open.
Oh, he certainly knows how to win here at the US Open. Made it to the quarterfinals last year and really kind of burst onto the scene. And I think this year what I've really seen is the star power that Carlos Alcaraz has on a court. He won the Miami Open, he won the Madrid Open, and he certainly has shown everyone that he can be a Grand Slam champion very soon. So I'm very excited to see what he could do here in Flushing.
What do you think, Gigi? Carlos Alcaraz, a Grand Slam winner in the making?
Absolutely. I mean, he is the heir apparent. And I think sooner rather than later, possibly this could be the one. But I definitely see him winning a Grand Slam in the next year or two at the most.
Monica, I know you're not here with us in New York, but I feel like you've been watching quite a bit of the US Open. I think in Los Angeles at the moment, is that right?
That is correct, my friend.
Any particular matches that have caught your attention so far today on day 2 of the US Open main draw?
I'm just excited to see all of the action. I'm excited to see Sloane when she gets to it, and I've just enjoyed all of the pomp and circumstance around the Open. I think we all can agree we were probably blown away by the ceremony for Serena post her first match yesterday.
Wasn't it a really special moment? More on that a little bit later in the show. Karolina Pliskova started off her US Open on the right foot today, defeating Magdalena Lett in an intense back and forth match. And have you ever wondered what's going through a player's head during a match? Well, we asked Karolina that very same question. Let's find out.
Well, normally my mind goes everywhere. From like watching people around, you know, like who is sitting, who is watching, who is cheering for me, to like thinking about shopping and all the clothes which I have to buy. And sometimes I go back to tennis. So.
Absolutely love that. Gigi, talk to us about some of the weirdest things that have gone through your head on a tennis court.
Well, I used to actually not that much during a match. I'm surprised that she said that. Like when I was playing, I was very focused. I try not to let any of the outside distractions come on the court. But in the changeovers, my mind did tend to wander. I usually look for cute guys or cute girls in the crowd on the changeovers. you know, I had this kind of little trick that I had. Like once I walked off the changeover and I entered the lines of the court, then I was focusing on the match, and I try to keep the concentration on the match while I was inside the lines of the court.
The distractions from the crowd are one of the things that you just have to learn to deal with as a tennis player. It's interesting to hear your insights. Monica McKnight, I know you started off playing tennis before moving into basketball. Did strange things go through your head when you were playing either tennis or basketball?
I think the comparable would be timeouts in basketball to the changeover in tennis. And yes, it takes a very diligent mind to stay completely locked in during the course of a timeout. In college, I remember my team, we used to keep candy on the bench, actually. And so we would be looking for the Skittles during the timeout. Only if we were playing well, though, guys.
Michelle, I know quite a few strange things go through your head quite a lot of the time, but this is a family show, so let's move on. It's time for the Rush Posay Smooth Move of the day. And today's smooth move comes from Mackie McDonald. What a beautiful winner there from Mackie, and a high five to top it off. Well, Michelle, we muted your mic when we were talking about strange thoughts in your head, but we've unmuted it now. What did you think of that point? Pretty smooth, wasn't it?
The only strange thought I ever have, by the way, James, is when I'm sitting next to you and I never know what this Brit is going to say and what comes out of his mouth. But now that we've gotten out of the way, Mackie McDonald, magnificent shot. I mean, this is why he was a UCLA Bruin national champion.
Love it. Michelle, it's great having you back on the show. Our back and forth is one of the things that gets me out of bed in the morning, so great to have you back. It's now time to play a game called In or Out, and today's subject is Serena Williams' outfit from last night. Let's see your thoughts. Well, there it is in all its glory. Serena mid-twirl. We're going to throw to the panel and find out whether or not Serena's outfit is in or out. We will start with you, Gigi. What do you think, in or out?
I think it's in, particularly that cape, which I have requested of her agent so we can have it in the Hall of Fame museum. I think it's quite unique. Probably first time a player has worn a cape on the court, so definitely in for me.
Love that. It was a special night and it was a special outfit to match. Monica, what were your thoughts? A lovely outfit, in or out?
Definitely in, an extra in, because Olympia had on a very similar outfit. And I saw last night that the Nike she had on had 400 hand-set diamonds in them, you guys. Like, come on, bling to the max.
Some serious swag on show, and she also had the braids in her hair, didn't she, which matched her mum's braids when she won her first slam, I believe. We're going to throw to Michelle Yu for a bit of controversy. Michelle, in or out?
Well, I'm going to say out. It's not one of my favorite outfits that Serena has, but I have an argument to that. My favorite outfit that Serena Williams has worn of all time, 2018 French Open, when she broke out that catsuit. And I loved it on her because she looked like a superhero. So I wanted Serena to come out more superhero-like than more J-Lo blingy-like, but I still loved it. Either way, it was just not one of my favorites. So I know I'm in the minority, so guys, don't attack me out there. I still loved it.
Love it, Michelle. Your honesty is always something that keeps us amused on this show. Look, we're going to move on. It's now time for the backhand compliment. And today's backhand comes from Grigor Dimitrov. Check out this backhand winner against Steve Johnson. What a shot. Michelle, in one word, how would you describe that backhand?
I'm sorry, I can't describe it in one word. It was dreamy, but at the same time, I think all the ladies who are watching the show agree with me that anything that Grigor does is dreamy. And by the way, James, we interviewed Grigor on Arthur Ashe Kids Day, and you were so up in arms going, oh my gosh, Grigor's coming, I don't know what's going to happen. I said, oh, I know, I follow on Instagram. So it's all good. Anything Grigor does is dreamy.
Is the longest one-word answer I've ever heard in my life, but it's Michelle tell you what to expect. Okay, yeah, Michelle, it's good to see you've managed to pick your draw up as well, because I know you've got a bit of a crush. Your husband, Raphael, sat over there, and he's looking down at his phone at the moment, looking a bit awkward.
He's okay with it. He's okay with it. He feels the same.
Well, if Rafa's okay with it, we're okay with it here on the Changeover show. Well, look, there's so many entertaining players to watch. Fans have travelled from all over the globe to get here and watch these competitors in action. And have you ever wondered who has travelled the longest? Well, we sent out Ali Pearce on a mission to find out.
We have fans who are traveling from all around the world to be here at the US Open. And I gotta ask you guys, where are you from? How far away have you traveled to be here right now?
Well, we are from the Netherlands. We traveled 8 hours by plane.
We're from Portsmouth, Virginia.
Portsmouth, Virginia.
We're from Chicago.
We actually live in New York City.
Jersey. We're from Jersey. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Philadelphia. All the way from Columbus, Ohio.
Gainesville, Georgia.
Gainesville, Georgia.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
I am from Mississippi.
San Antonio, Texas.
Argentina.
Argentina! Do you mean the ole? Ole? Ole.
We absolutely love Ali Pearce. What a great addition she has been to this year's Changeover show. Gigi, what's the furthest you'd travel for a sporting event? I mean, I'm sure you've done a few miles having been such a successful player.
I've been to Japan. I've been to Australia. Perth was probably the furthest I traveled. But the hardest thing I ever did was I flew from London to Japan, and I landed in Japan, and I was not supposed to be playing. And I got to I was Fed Cup, and I got to the hotel, and my coach was like, "Are you ready to play?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So I was on the court 3 hours later.
A bit of a
climate international overnight flight.
A bit of a climate shock as well as some jet lag. Monica, you say, "Oh my gosh!" I mean, I'm sure you've probably got some stories of some long distances you've travelled for sports.
To compete, I would say largely domestic. To do diplomacy projects through sports, yes, I've been to Europe. We did a couple events in Montenegro and Bosnia, but golly, Gigi, I can't touch that. That's insane.
Yeah. And Michelle, have they ever let you on a plane before?
Well, my favorite sporting event is coming to the US Open, and since I'm a girl from the Bronx, it doesn't take me long to travel. It's only 30 minutes away, so I'm happy to just be in a car or take the train and come here.
Yeah, you're very much a part of this tournament. You've been coming here all your life, haven't you, Michelle? So, yeah, nice to hear. A local girl is here representing the Bronx. OK, so many matches to look forward to tonight. Let's take a look at a preview of tonight's action.
The stars are out in Queens tonight. Last year's champion, Emma Raducanu's goal of going back-to-back starts this evening as she takes on Elise Cornet in her first-round matchup. American Jack Sock looks to come out of the gate strong as he takes on number 14, Diego Schwartzman. In Arthur Ashe Stadium, Rafael Nadal begins his quest for his 23rd major as he takes on Rinky Hijikata. Two-time U.S. Open champion Naomi Osaka looks to complete her hat trick as she goes head-to-head against number 19, Danielle Collins.
Yeah, promises to be a great match, that one, doesn't it? Now it's time to look at match insights with IBM Watson, the AI-powered fact sheets. They get you up to speed on every singles match at the US Open. And you can see that Watson's analysis gives Naomi Osaka the edge over Danielle Collins with a 52% chance to win. This figure has come from a comprehensive analysis that includes scores, statistics, and experts' opinion. But here's something you don't often see from AI, an explanation. So these win factors break down why Watson came to this particular conclusion. Check out usopen.org/match insights to share your own thoughts on the match. Gigi, it's your turn. What do you expect to see in the Osaka versus Collins matchup?
I don't know. I think I'm going to go with the upset just to be different. Danielle's, obviously played really well over the last couple of years. Semifinals of the Australian Open. Naomi's a little rusty. She hasn't found her form, and it's a lot of pressure when you come to a Grand Slam that you've won and you're not in form and you're not playing well. And it's, the home crowd, they're going to be rooting for Danielle. She's American. And I'm going to root for the upset.
Yeah, we know just how much of a twist the local New York crowd can add to things here, don't we, Michelle?
Well, I do think that there is a bandwagon for Naomi Osaka, and I'm going to ride right on it. I think people love to watch Naomi Osaka here. She's obviously won it a couple of times. She knows how to win here. But what's interesting is that she's unseeded here. And when you have an unseeded player like here, she could be very dangerous. If she gets out of this round, who knows what could happen to Naomi, and she could get going here in Flushing.
And Monica, obviously Nadal starts his US Open tonight here in front of what will be a packed Arthur Ashe Stadium. Do you think he can go all the way here this year?
You know, listen, I think the beauty of the U.S. Open is it's truly anyone's opportunity. If he can get out and play true to form, he's moving well on the court, I think he has a good chance. Why not?
Okay, well, I think that pretty much wraps up things here for the Changeover show today. Thank you very much to all of our guests who've been fantastic as always. Make sure you follow all the action across the grounds on the various places to watch them. We will, of course, be back with more Changeover show tomorrow. Thanks to all our guests. It's bye for now.